Okay, hello, we are Daniel, Marisa, Emma, and Christina, and we're going to be discussing California sea otters. So the objective of this project, the primary goal of this project is to contribute to the conservation and rehabilitation efforts of the California sea otter population. This charismatic and endangered species faces numerous threats, including habitat loss, pollution, and disease. By implementing a comprehensive project plan, we aim to address these challenges and work towards the recovery and sustainability of the California sea otter population. So now we're going to be discussing our project components. The first is disease monitoring and management, which will establish a comprehensive health monitoring system to detect and address potential disease outbreaks among California sea otters. And with this, we will collaborate with veterinarians and wildlife health experts to develop strategies for mitigating disease risks and providing timely medical interventions. The next component is habitat restoration, in which we will collaborate with environmental organizations and governmental agencies to identify and restore key habitats crucial for the well-being of California sea otters. And this includes preserving kelp forests, estuaries, and coastal ecosystems that are integral to the otter survival. Third, we have population monitoring and research, in which we will conduct a thorough assessment of the current California sea otter population, identifying key habitats and population trends. In this, we will implement ongoing monitoring programs using advanced technologies such as satellite tracking and remote sensing to gather critical data on otter movements, behaviors, and health. Next is research and innovation, in which we will foster research initiatives to advance our understanding of California sea otters and their ecosystems, and to support innovation projects that explore new technologies, conservation strategies, and sustainable practices to enhance the long-term viability of the otter population. Next, rescue and rehabilitation, in which we will establish a dedicated rescue and rehabilitation center for injured or stranded sea otters. We will train and deploy response teams to quickly and effectively rescue otters in distress, providing immediate medical attention and rehabilitation services. Next, policy advocacy. Work closely with policymakers at the local, state, and federal levels to advocate for stronger protections and conservation measures for California sea otters. We will collaborate with governmental bodies to develop and enforce regulations that safeguard otter habitats and reduce human-induced threats. And finally, community engagement and education, in which we will develop outreach programs to raise awareness about the importance of California sea otters in maintaining ecological balances. We will engage local communities, schools, and businesses in conservation efforts, fostering a sense of responsibility and stewardship for the otters and their habitats.
Sorry, I'm mute. So in order to execute this plan, we created a project timeline. So the project starts when we implemented. This project will be implemented over a 5-year period with an ongoing monitoring and adaptive management strategies to respond to the emerging challenges and opportunities. In class, this means that on November 6th, we chose our groups and selected the topic. On November 13th, the project plan was due, as Marisa just introduced it. On November 20th, we exported the data we found into Excel and played around with the data to modify it. November 27th, we created a Word document to track our data. On December 4th, we created a PowerPoint presentation to share our findings and data with you. On December 10th, we are going to submit the PowerPoint presentation along with all of the materials that we collected during our research. And the next day, we're going to watch the videos in class. So going to our budget, a detailed budget will be developed encompassing expenses related to research equipment, habitat restoration, community engagement programs, rescue and rehabilitation facilities, and personnel. To our partnerships, we want to forge collaborations with governmental agencies, nonprofit organizations, academic institutions, and local communities to leverage expertise, resources, and support for the success of the project. By executing this comprehensive project plan, we aspire to make significant strides in the conservation and rehabilitation of the California sea otter, ensuring a sustainable future for this iconic species and its vital coastal ecosystems.
So as the issues that we may have faced during this project, we had difficulty defining meeting times, difficulties lining up our schedules, or messaging in a group chat. May have opted for online meetings, and we also have workload from our other classes. Finals are also coming up, and we need to make sure that we can all work efficiently and have good time management, and the lack of experience and knowledge on this topic. And a lot of us are Mac OS users, meaning using Windows applications such as Excel or Word may be new to some of us.
So in this project, we collected data about California sea otters from the United States Geological Survey. On September 28th, 2023, the Western Ecological Research Center released the annual Southern Sea Otter Consensus, and we used their data to complete our group analysis. So the attached Excel data shows the comparison between the adult sea otter population and the number of offspring they produced annually between 1983 to 2011. A brief look at the data shows that the population of an adult sea otter generally increases as the years progressed. For example, in 1983, the population was 1,156, which can be seen in the column labeled Independence Raw Count. The following year, in 1984, showed an increase in this population by 24 adults, resulting in a final population of 1,180. However, the increase of population is not linear, exponential, or consistent. For example, in 1985, the sea otter population dropped by 61 otters, and the number of sea otters was 1,119. Taking the average of each of the years results in a mean of 1,903.12 adult sea otters per year. While looking at the column labeled Pups Raw Count, we can compare the adult population to the number of offspring. As expected, the number of offspring is higher when the adult population increases. For example, in 2001, the adult population was 1,863 sea otters, and there was an offspring population of 298 pups. The following year, there was a slight decrease with 1,846, and as a result, there was a drop in the pup population at 293. However, there were instances where an increase in the adult population didn't result in an increase in the pup population. In the year 2000, the adult population was 2,270, but there was a lower offspring population at 235 compared to the previous year. By adding the total number of offspring and dividing it by 28, which is the number of years of data collected, we found there was an average of 265.14 pups per year.
So we used AI as a helping tool in the making of our project. We used it along every step in the process to save us time and to produce a project with extensive results. AI proved exceptionally valuable in the creation of the Excel file, streamlining the process of locating and organizing extensive amounts of data, the swift and efficient retrieval and organization of the data within seconds translated into significant time savings for our team. AI also provided a big helping hand when creating the PowerPoint slides, because it generated us good ideas on how to organize our slides and how to visualize the entire project. And then these are our references.
We used the annual Southern Sea Otter Census, the California Sea Otter, an article by C. Preston, another article, Defenders of Wildlife, and the Southern Sea article by the Marine Mammal Commission. And thank you.